this is as big of a day as the franchise has had in a long time. What impact does Juan Soto bring to this team?
Yeah, huge. It's hard to deny that, right? As you just said it. Probably one of the best day of this organization. Better moments, one of the greatest days, the impact on and off the field, the quality of the person, the quality of the family, and just puts us in a really good position moving forward.
Throughout this process, these roller coaster of emotions that you went through during this process, wondering if you'd get Juan Soto?
Well, honestly, I didn't have much details. I was like just like you guys. I attended that first meeting in LA, but then after that, it was more on David's and Steve and Alex, obviously, and not till the end. That last day when talking to David, I knew there was some action, but we didn't know which way it was going to go. And then when finally the news broke, I couldn't believe it, honestly. And I was just very thankful for our owners, Steve and Alex, because they continue to put everything into this team, and their efforts to continue to build a first-class organization that is going to be able to compete for championships. What a privilege.
How soon in the process did you start thinking about what it would be like to manage Juan Soto?
I mean, I didn't want to get too far ahead of myself because I knew there was a lot of teams competing for him. And again, we didn't know which way it was going to go. So I didn't do too much until I finally got that call from David when he told me that we finally got him. And you start dreaming, but there's work to do. But trusting owners and David that, we're going to continue to improve our team.
How quickly does this accelerate things, as Steve said?
Yeah, I mean, look, that's our goal, and obviously with the year that we had this past year, adding the type of caliber, that type of player like Juan Soto obviously accelerates those. So, look, it's an honor, and now we just have to embrace everything that comes with it, which is a winning mentality. There's expectations, and that's what you want.
You talk about the expectations. Last year was like the feel-good story reaching the NLCS, but now people would look at it as a failure if you didn't reach that. So how do you shift the mindset? Yeah,
and that's what you want. You have to embrace those expectations. This is New York, and now we're looking at one of the better organizations in baseball, and that's what we want, a first-class organization, and it comes with expectations. And if you don't achieve the goals, but I'll say that being in this position is a privilege, and I'm just excited for what the future's hold, and just ready to get going.
When Steve Cohen took over the Mets, the expectation was that he would outspend, that he'd spend the money to, in a big way, and now we're seeing that. How does it feel playing for an owner like that who not only talks about it but puts the money up?
Yeah, it feels great. It's an honor, but there's also a lot of responsibilities. But just the feeling that the owner's always going to be there, and not only money-wise, but just the quality of the people that we're bringing into the organization. That's a priority. Yes, you're looking for great players, but you're also looking for great people that are going to represent the organization on and off the field. And this is the case here with Juan. We're thrilled to have him and his family to be a part of our family, the Mets family, and I can't wait to get going.
What can't you wait to see him do? I mean, they're a baseball guy. There's got to be something to get, man, I can't wait to see this guy.
At bats, day in and day out, I've seen it for 6 games throughout the year, and it's, a handful of at-bats. But just to be able to write his name in the lineup and watch him compete and grind out at-bats and, just being Juan Soto, day in and day out, I'm really looking forward to it.
Maybe what statement does it mean for New York to see a Yankee star leaving for the Mets?
Yeah, look, that's a great organization across town too. And what he says is that both teams can exist here in this great city. I don't think this is anything to do with the Mets and Yankees. And, I think they're both great organizations. And hopefully we can be playing against each other deep into October. That means it's a World Series.